apply debuff. Simple.
Oh, sick.
With your first skill, right? Like this. After that, you switch to Shadow. You use your skill, the third one, and you'll use your melee. 25 million, just like that, from a heavy attack. The first ability sends out a copy of Shadow, like this. And if you hold it while you cast it, it's gonna go faster, like, take a look. Normally, it goes this fast, which is okay. But if you hold it, and you hold right click, you can control it with right click, and you can make it go faster. While casting, hold. Hold while casting, and move your cursor.
Oh. So
Yeah.
So you did say that, right? Certain argument depends on the build that you're using. You use certain argument, right?
Yes.
So what argument are you using right now?
There's only two augments he has, and they're called Shadow Haze and Dark Propagation. Okay? Shadow Haze is the one that's meant for his first skill, whereas Dark Propagation is meant for his second skill. The first skill, along with a debuff that allows enemies to take more damage, it allows you and all your allies, including companions, to gain extra crit chance while attacking them. This crit chance also affects amps, so you can hit red crits with your amps if you shoot an enemy affected by this shadow debuff. Yeah.
That
Okay.
could be really good
Now,
for Cascade, though. Go ahead.
It is. This is just part of the combination that makes Sevagoth so good. The first skill by itself doesn't do a lot of things, okay? Now we move on to the second skill, which is essential for the first skill to work. It's called Sow, and the other augment, the one that's called Dark Propagation, this is the augment for his second skill. Essentially, when you apply the second skill in front of some enemies, you'll see that they'll take a little bit of damage over time. The essential thing about this is that this is true damage. It's gonna scale with enemies' levels.
Oh, okay.
Now why? Now, you might wonder, this skill by itself is not doing anything much. So why is it good? Once you apply Sow and you cast 1, it's gonna deal 2 instances of damage. First, true damage. At base strength, 25% of HP has true damage, no matter what level. And another damage instance, which comes out as blast. So these two explosions, are affected in a 4-meter radius. Okay? Spawn the enemies again. I'll show you what I mean. Okay. Now take a look. I cast Sow to apply the debuff.
Oh,
and the first skill.
Really?
You can try it as well.
What the frick?
You can try it as well. Do it. Make sure you have the augments.
I don't have documents.
Okay, try it nonetheless. Second skill, then first. As you can see, the damage kind of varies because you don't have the augments, but you can still boost the damage. Okay? This is where our secondary weapon, the Epitaph, comes in. So, as I told you, this does true damage, right? You can see how all of them are almost at 50% HP.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Epitaph boosts damage from all sources up to 4.25 times at 10 stacks. So like just 1 or 2 bursts of the Epitaph, and once you try, it can one-shot every single enemy at full HP.
That's actually really sick.
Yeah.
That's actually sick.
Yeah, there's another way to do it. That's applying roll on either his third or his skill. If you have like 255% strength,
so, well, okay, so
both augments.
You can apply a roll, right? That's what they said,
Yes.
right? So
Yes.
I'm gonna ask, most people rather use Nourish instead of Roar. So why would Roar be better than Nourish
No.
though?
See, I'll explain this to you. The Epitaph, yeah? Right now, I don't use any helmet skill on Sevagoth. Instead, I use the Epitaph to apply viral procs. Okay? Viral procs allow me to increase my true damage. And here's the thing. If you don't want to use the Epitaph, if you don't like to prime, you can use Raw on the third or fourth skill. And it will allow you to deal almost full HP damage without priming. Because Raw buffs all sorts of true HP damage to enemies. This is good for some people who don't like to, do this before they cast 2 plus 1. Like 1, 2, simple.
That's like a nuke frame. That's like a nuke frame.
Yes. Cast them again, I will prime them, and you try the combo. Okay, let me just... Okay, try your 2 plus 1.
Oh my bad, hold on.
Yeah.
It actually friggin' worked. No, let's do it again. No,
Yep.
what? No.
Yeah,
no.
do it again.
Yeah, prime them.
2 plus 1.
Dude, that's
Okay.
And that's with the epitaph, right? Oh
Yes.
my god.
The reason
bro.
all of them the reason all of them haven't died yet is because you're missing the augments.
Yeah.
So, the augment for the second skill, Dark Propagation. Yeah? Enemies, you apply the debuff on enemies which allow them to take a bit of true damage, right? And casting the first skill will allow you to deal true HP damage. That's how it works. This augment, it spreads that debuff to other enemies in a 15-meter radius that scales with strength range. Yeah? So if you apply the debuff, cast 1, kill them, the debuff from so that allows you to nuke, it will spread to nearby enemies as well. So you can create a chain reaction of nuking. That's how the 2 plus 1 combo works.
And I realize that you don't have Roar though. You do not use Roar on your build though.
Yes, because I use Epitaph to prime them. If you prime them, you don't need Raw, even at level cap. Just do this, and look, they're all
Dude,
dead.
that's so friggin' sick. No, I think I'm actually start using Sevagoth though. Like for real. Like for real, bro.
Yes, so I covered the 2 skills of him first. First skill and the second skill.
Okay.
The first and the second skill is what makes Sevagoth Mediocre. Now we move on to his 2 other skills. Third skill is called Gloom. You see this?
Yeah.
Now unpause enemy AI. You see how slow they are?
Yeah.
That's what Gloom does. Now let me give you an in-depth explanation as to what Gloom does. So Gloom is the third skill of Sevagoth. Yeah? The range increases slowly after you cast it, and it's a channel ability, which means energy region like Energy Nexus will not work while you have Gloom on. Okay, pause the AI now. Another side effect of Gloom is that if you attack enemies with Gloom on, you will be able to heal yourself.
Why Gloom? Like so when Gloom is,
Yes.
repeat that again. Repeat it again.
Yeah, the Gloom, your third skill.
Yes.
You see the circle, right? So every single companion or ally in that circle. Yeah? If you're losing HP and you're in this circle and you attack an enemy, you will restore health because every single ally in the circle gains lifesteal.
Oh shit. Okay.
So think about it. If you have this active and if you nuke them, the amount of HP you get back as lifesteal will outperform the amount of damage you're gonna receive.
Okay,
Got
that's actually sick.
Yeah.
That's actually sick.
However, it comes with its own downsides.
Okay.
As the radius grows, it is extremely energy hungry. When there's one enemy in the radius, the cost of the Gloom will slightly go up. If you see, it's gonna go up to 11 per enemy. Depending on how much efficiency you have, the cost per enemy ramps up per second. And this caps out at 10 enemies. So at 10 enemies, after 10 enemies, the cost of energy on your gloom is not going to go up any further. So there's multiple things. It keeps you alive, allows you to get lifesteal on or everyone that's inside the circle, and enemies inside the circle get slowed up to 95%. And it also stacks with other sources of slow, like, you know, cold procs. You see, Epitaph has cold procs, it can slow them even further.
Okay, that's really good. Alright, so you just show us the up and down side of the third skill, so which is really good. But it does burn a lot of energy though, from what I realized from the bottom part of my screen. It does burn a crazy amount of energy from it though.
Yes.
So with that being said, I don't think us adding road to this, I think it would actually nerf him in a way, because like all skills are connected though. I would say all of the skills are connected, like all of them are
What
like
I personally think,
yeah,
his kit is almost complete as it is. You do not need any subsumes. That's why I run this.
That's the reason I'm saying that, like, you don't need to add roar, you know, just use Epitaph, the weapon, and just do what you need to do. Because if every skill is actually connected and works so well, you don't need to like subsume Warframe then, you know.
You see that bar on the bottom right of your screen, right?
Yeah.
If you nuke enemies with your 2+1 combo, it's gonna charge up.
Okay, so the 2-1 combo is what charge up the thing on the bottom right of the screen, right? So okay.
Gloom
so,
also.
Go ahead.
Gloom also charges it a bit, but it's rather slow compared to 2+1.
Okay, so what is that known for? The thing on the bottom right of the screen. What is known for? What's the purpose of it?
Oh, I explained that. You should also charge it for yourself.
Yeah, it's fully charged.
Okay, once that's charged, you can actually cast your fourth skill now, which will bring out Shadow. Okay? And for some reason, in Simulacrum, I'm unable to bring my Shadow out. That's funny.
Oh, yeah, I'm bringing my shadows out, yeah.
I'll tell you a few things about the Shadow. The first skill for Shadow is a grouping ability. When you press 1, it's gonna pull enemies close to you. Okay. The second skill performs a dash that will heal you. Okay. This is also good for movement. The third skill is the one that makes this build complete with the augments.
Okay,
Third skill.
Yeah.
The third skill normally just applies a normal debuff that allows them to take more damage and everything, but the augments, yeah? Here's the other part of the augment, Dark Propagation. This is the second part of the augment. Shadow's Death Harvest also inflicts so. So you remember how Sevagoth's 2 applies the seeds that do little bit of damage?
Yeah.
The 2+1 combo. So Shadow's third skill, if you have the augment, it's essentially the same as casting 2 on Sevagoth. What this means is that you can technically, if you have the augments, you can switch to Shadow, cast 3, go back to Sevagoth, cast 1, and you can still nuke them.
Okay, are you able to do it?
Okay, now, yeah, I can cast my Shadow here.
Let me know when you're ready.
Let me see if you... I'll spawn the enemies and let's see if you can get your Shadow up as well. Nuke them. Okay. Can you cast your Shadow? Press 4.
Yeah.
Okay, so that seems to be bug on just my end. Okay. Here's Shadow. As you can see,
Okay.
when I press 1, come next to me. When I press 1, it's gonna pull the enemies like this.
Oh.
And you can just attack them as you want. But That's not why Shadow is so good, okay? You can use Shadow as a melee frame, yes, that's true. But that's not why we're using him. Watch. I pull them in, cast 3, switch. This is part of the invincible combo, Sevagoth. You might be wondering why. Yes, you might be wondering why, because every time you switch to Shadow, you'll see that you have a few iframes. Press 4.
Yeah.
You see how your health bar becomes gray? That's because of iframes. Okay? Let's switch back to Shadow. I mean Sevagoth. Switch back to Shadow again.
Yeah.
It's there every single time you switch.
Oh, it's grayed out for real though. Okay.
Okay, and now let me tell you a secret. Go to Sevagoth and put in Rolling Guard on Sevagoth himself. Okay? I'll tell you why.
Can I use the thing because you're in it? The run guys added.
Just put Rolling Guard, yeah. Okay, I'll show you this. With Rolling Guard on, every time you switch to Shadow, your iframes, the duration of your iframes increase. Okay? So, normally without Rolling Guard, you have like 4 seconds of iframes. And with Rolling Guard, you'll have like 7 seconds of iframes. I want you to look at the top right corner of the screen where my name is,
yeah,
and see how long the gray bar lasts, okay?
Okay.
Watch.
It lasts like 10 to 12 seconds, yeah.
That's how long and every single time I switch, I get the iframes. That's only part of the reason Shadow is so busted.
Oh.
You'll take no damage in this duration, but there's a mod on Shadow called Propagation. Yeah? What this does, every single time you switch to... Yeah.
Yeah, send me the thing though.
I'll type it in squad chat.
Yeah, in squad chat, yeah.
Take a look. This. You have to put this on Shadow. It's essential. Now, every single time you switch to Shadow, what this does is make sure your Shadow has full energy every single time you switch. This also does a big job of taking care of your energy economy, because Sevagoth is an extremely energy-hungry frame. Now, one thing you'll notice about Sevagoth is that if you try to nuke the Majestic 2+1 combo, your energy will run out quite quickly, alongside Gloom, which is also extremely energy taxing.
Yeah.
This is why I devised this strat where I nuke with Shadow. Okay? What this does, instead of casting 2 on Sevagoth, I switch to Shadow.
Yeah.
Apply Soul with Shadows 3, and simply nuke him. Okay? This strat needs you to put 2 Tower Forged yellow shards for casting speed, so that your Shadow can come out quickly. This can also allow you to take benefits from your iframes even longer. Okay? And this solves your energy issues a lot, because you're just gonna have to cast 1 skill, this, on Sevagoth. And rest of the energy, group them with first, apply so with this 3, switch, reap. This is the combo. Okay?
Okay. So
with this, you can go, yep, but you need the augments for this.
Okay,
So,
so
I'll try to get you the augments. Yeah.
Oh, don't worry.
And after that, you can try it as well.
Okay, show me the combo again. No, it's a fight.
Okay.
Show me the combo again.
Are you watching the stream?
Yeah, I'm watching.
Okay. You see how I primed them?
Yeah.
Switch to Shadow. Press 1 to group them. 3. Apply debuff. Simple.
Oh, that was sick. But I don't know why I don't see Shadow though when they turn over. I think it's bug again.
I have secondary fortifier. I've mentioned it in chat. It's game chat. I have this on the epitaph. This is gonna act as a secondary layer of defense for Sevagoth, because you saw that you can switch to Sevagoth, you can tank any damage in the game, yeah? But the fact remains that after tanking all the damage, you might have to return to Sevagoth. And in like the brief moment when you return, you can technically get hit once or twice. This is where this extra layer of security comes in. Okay? The Epitaph has more than just one job. First is to prime enemies with viral, yeah? And the second is a secondary fortifier to steal overguard. You see how I just shot them and got 15,000 overguard?
Yeah.
That's
Oh
due
my
to
God,
this arcane.
That is so sick.
Yeah.
That
And
is
this
so
will
sick,
normally,
though.
since the Epitaph, the quick shot fires this projectile. It's explosive, it has a big AoE, and because of that, if you shoot it near your feet, you can actually get staggered and you can fall down. This, having overguard, prevents you from getting knocked down, so you're not gonna fall, you're not gonna get staggered, the effects of enemy eximus is not gonna affect you, and this, whenever you nuke them, switch to Shadow, get back. This 15,000 overguard will make sure you don't die to any unlucky incident. This is just overkill defense. Okay?
Yeah.
So you switch to Shadow, apply debuff, group enemies, switch to Shadow, apply Reap. The split second, or like the half second you have when you switch from Shadow to Sevagoth, if you're unlucky, something like a random projectile can technically hit you, and at level cap, you can get down from that if you don't have shields. Okay? So this is an extra layer of defense on top of the shields you have, on top of Arcane Aegis. One thing I forgot to mention is Shadow is also meant to be unkillable, because I have Arcane Circumvent on Shadow, which means if I just roll, I get 10,000 overguard just like that.
Just by rolling.
It will also, it will also steal overguard and shields from enemies. And once you get that, every single time you switch to Shadow, you're gonna have that 10,000 Shadow on top of the iframes from rolling guard and switching to Shadow.
That's it, 10,000.
Yes. And on Sevagoth, 45 on the Epitaph, I have 15,000. This is such a unique style of playing that makes sure to use the entire kit. You might be wondering, I showed you everything so far. Where do I use Gloom? The answer is, Gloom is meant to be used extremely sparingly. Okay?
Yeah.
Like, take an example. I'm doing Void Cascade with you guys, and there's a lot of enemies, and if I'm afraid that I might get hit, I turn on Gloom, switch to Shadow. The Gloom still stays on if you switch to Shadow.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay. That's the next
You
combo
pull
again.
enemies in, you apply 3, switch to Shadow, you nuke them. Okay? For things like this, Gloom is an additional layer of security and lifesteal. And the additional bonus is that if you have a teammate next to you, the teammate's gonna be able to restore HP from attacking as well. That's why you use Gloom. And that's also why the third skill, you can actually subsume Raw on the third skill if you want.
Okay.
If you really want.
But don't do it, chat. Don't do that shit.
Yeah, don't do it though.
Alright, so
once
go ahead, sorry.
I will tell you one thing though. Equilibrium. You're gonna have it on Sevagoth, but not on Shadow. Shadow will only have primed flow and preparation in the XLS slot.
Yeah.
You don't need anything else for energy on Shadow, because every single time you switch to Shadow,
Yep,
you're gonna have max energy. Yes. This applies only to Shadow, not Sevagoth. Keep in mind. With that, there's actually one more combo for acolytes, because acolytes you cannot nuke acolytes with the 2+1 combo here.
Yeah.
What I do for them is, you know how the first skill, it gives you extra crit chance, right?
Yeah.
Like this. So let me just get Shadow up. I'll show you what I mean. Okay, let's assume there's an one of the acolytes is there, like, you know, Malice. I apply the first. Now all down the acolyte has a crit debuff, and it's going to take extra damage as well.
Okay.
You can switch to Shadow, apply 3, and you can kill them just like that.
Oh,
This will do, if you're seeing my stream,
yeah.
it will do like millions of damage. You know how you can make enemies take extra damage, and you can apply a crit chance debuff on them with your first skill, right? Like this. After that, you switch to Shadow. You use your skill, the third one, and you'll use your melee. 25 million, just like that, from a heavy attack. No preparation. This will allow you to kill acolytes and stalker and demolishers and everything.
Okay.
I'll show it to you again. The first skill to apply damage vulnerability and allow you to get crit chance on your claws.
Yeah.
Switch to Shadow. Third skill, so that they take even more damage. And heavy attack.
Damn.
You can get millions of damage
Millions of-
just
Bro.
like that. Yep.
Okay.
It's a simple build. I've sent all of them to you. You can, after leaving the simulacrum, you can check the builds. I've sent all of them to you.
Okay, someone leave and you send me the bill and you can just go over it. Okay.
Yes.
So,
Just make sure to remember 2 Power Forged yellow shards for casting speed, because this playstyle requires you to have that. Casting Shadow takes like 1 second normally. With enough casting speed, it's almost instant. Okay, and that's gonna make you feel extremely comfortable when you have 2 casting speed shards.
okay, so look at the Sevagoth build first, Sevagoth Prime build first. Okay. And I see you have Golden Power and you have Power Drift, with you have Rolling Guard,
Yes,
Shadow,
yes.
which is the argument, and Dark.
One thing I'll mention to you, the Exilus mod, you can actually switch that around. You can put Cunning Drift for more range if you want. It's totally valid. You can put Cunning Drift, you can put Sure-Footed, you can put Power Drift. I go for Power Drift because I like the strength.
And you have Mult Argument and Arcane Energy.
Yes.
Aegis.
When Molt Augmented reaches max stacks, you're gonna get like 180% flat crit chance on every single weapon you have after casting 1. This applies to your companion, this applies to your teammates as well.
Let's go back, and you got the Sevagoth Prime Shadow build, which I'm looking at right now.
Yes.
The Steel Charge, and you have Preparation, Overextended Umbra, Vitality, Umbra, Intensified, okay.
Yes.
Current flow. With the I'm continuity, Rolling Guard, Blind Range, and for the Arcane, I got Arcane. First I've seen this Arcane though.
Circumvent, you can buy it from
Circumvent.
Roth.
Okay.
Yes, you can buy it from Roth. It's a really good arcane. If you just roll through an enemy with Overguard, you can steal Overguard up to 10,000.
Okay, that's what the Arcane does?
Yes, that's why I have it on Shadow.
Oh, okay. And for the Shadow Claw.
Claws. There's just a bug that prevents the stance mod from showing, but Claws has just 1 stance mod. So you're fine.
So it's basically built like a melee.
Yes. This is just to one shot. I mean, this is just to kill acolytes and everything quickly.
Okay. And Epiphast, okay. This is gonna use prime enemies to increase your damage and also get upper guard and to actually nuke the entire room though, I would say. Yeah, frostbite.
Yes.
Scorch. Lethal torrent. Okay. Short shot. Prime of fulmination. Okay. Diffusion, bar diffusion.
You can use normal fulmination if you don't have it.
And this one is a pistol augmentation. I got the secondary for the fire for the arcane, which is really good though. I do like using this on certain weapons.
This yeah, you need that arcane on Mesa as well, so yeah.
And 2 yellow towel shot, okay?
Yeah, one last thing. Tile shards on Sevagoth applies to Shadow as well. So do not put purple shards with the equilibrium effect because that's gonna steal energy from meant for Sevagoth to Shadow.
Okay.
The best ones for the remaining 3 would be either strength or duration.
Strength and duration, okay. So two casting
Yes.
the yellow shards, right? And speed and duration, and okay.
Strength or duration, yeah. I go max strength.
Okay.
Thank you guys for watching this video, and I hope it was helpful. Let me know what frame we can cover next, and if you have any question, comment down below. Feel free to check this video out and I'll also double your damage in Warframe.